Welcome to Valentine's Day in Limbo. It's the box of love
Love is in the air.
for the next 15 minutes.
It is indeed. Now, Teddy, let's talk about Valentine's Day. When's the last time you had a decent one?
Well, it's difficult to talk about really because I've never really had a good Valentine's Day. It's something that either you're blessed with people that you connect with or not. And I tell you what, every Valentine's Day I go to the front door mat and it's bare.
That's never good. It's never good. Obviously, I'm a very sexual person,
I know that.
and yes, and I have a good time on Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter whether I'm with someone or not.
Well, let's talk about the box, shall we? Let's talk about what's
Probably
happening
should
in
turn
the
our
box.
attention to the box now.
Absolutely. Okay, now speed dating is something that's relatively new in terms of Valentine's Day itself. And we're not saying that it's to do with Valentine's Day per se, but this is a way of introducing people to other people and
It's making a connection.
absolutely, yes.
It's a beautiful connection. It's a good time. Valentine's Day is a good time to bring people and make that beautiful love connection.
Get some intimate conversation going. It's probably where I went wrong, to be fair. But yes, the whole point of this is that they get to talk to each other for and answer questions, intimate questions that they would only know the answer to. For instance, are you a city person or are you a country person? Well, let me throw that to you.
I like it in the country. It's lots of fresh air.
Interesting.
Yourself?
I would have probably gone the other way on that. I'd say I would say I was a city person. I like the bustle. I like the noise of metropolis. I like the symphony of taxi horns, if you will. But yeah, these guys are going to talk. They're going to answer questions for a little while, and they will score points for the amount of questions that they can answer in a row without hesitating or. I've just hesitated.
Yeah, I'm afraid
I wouldn't do
lose.
very well in
I'm
their
not
way.
voting for you.
Oh, good job I'm not doing it. I'm terrible at this sort of stuff. Anyway, yeah, they get the different different points there. You'll see a score start to build up, and whoever's got the best at the end, they'll get 5 votes. So there's a bell there. Can you see the bell?
I can see the bell.
It's
Yes.
like a little hotel bell. Now, if they do hesitate, if they don't want to answer a question for any reason, then they ring that bell, and then the other person, they have to answer. Then they start the
They
bell.
answer the same question that they just asked.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They will start to answer different questions themselves, and they will start to build up points. But if you hesitate, if you don't want to answer, you lose a point.
You don't want to lose the points. It's all about the points for votes.
It's a tough call, this one. It's a tough gig. But I tell you what, might not be so tough for some of us. Stuffing your face with chocolate.
Oh, I do like to stuff me face.
It's a common theme in this box, I'll tell you. But
There's a lot of chocolate. We've
the giving of chocolates.
giving of chocolates. It's a classic Valentine's gift.
Absolutely. Flowers for the lady, chocolates as well,
The fellas don't really get anything until the end of the day.
Oh, there you go. I mean, but as you can see, it's not as easy as all that. There's some of us who can't take a lot of chocolate, and I think we've got one there.
Yeah, Robbie does seem to be struggling a bit.
I'll say.
He looks like he enjoys chocolate, but he doesn't look like he can eat a lot.
It's keeping it down. That's the problem. And of course, what do you like with poetry?
Oh, I'm not that great. I'm not that great with poetry. I'm a loving, caring person, but I can't do a good poem.
Well, these fellas are going to have to. If they're gonna get their points here, they're gonna have to write a really good love poem.
I've read a few in my time, and I think they're all terrible.
Well, we've had limericks. We're not talking about limericks here. We're talking about proper love poems, okay? And
I was talking about dirty limericks.
oh, right, okay. Well, there's those as well. But they'll obviously judge each other's, and whoever's judged to be the best, the most poetic, the one that hits the spot in terms of the sentiment, they'll get the points.
Well, obviously Vicky's got that English background, so she knows what she's talking about when it comes to poetry. So that might have a bearing on.
Absolutely, she's an artistic type. We know that she loves to paint the pottery because she'd turn her hands to poetry. Poetry, just a few letters difference in my book.
Exactly. That means they're pretty much the same thing.
Absolutely. Well, there we are. Valentine's Day. It comes, it goes as quickly as it came. But and I hope
Just like some people.
I hope they found love.
I do too.